Gothard here, founder and CEO of Gothard Enterprises and author of CEO at 20, Little Book for Big Dreams. Today I'm rocking this tuxedo t-shirt because I want you to know that I'm formal, but I'm still here to party. Now, on the real, you guys, I want to talk to you about Shopify and drop shipping on Shopify. Very recently come across this phenomenon, and it is probably one of the easiest ways that I've ever found to make passive income. So here's the gist of it, and I'm going to give you the overview, and then I want to share my screen with you and show you step by step of exactly how to do it. But here's the overview. So you pick a product on Aliexpress or some sort of website that allows you to do wholesaling, to get a product at a wholesale price. You mark it up for retail, and then you sell that product to the customer. But here's the beauty. Here's the beauty of the system. The customer buys it before you buy it. So the customer buys it from you, and then you buy it from your supplier. And then, and here's the best part, is that the supplier sends it straight to the customer. So the customer buys the product from you, you buy the product from your supplier, and the supplier sends it right to the customer. And you don't have to touch the product. So let's dive in and figure out exactly how to do this. See you soon. All right, everybody, let's jump right on in. So here is the Shopify website. I'm actually going to have a link that you can go to down in the description, and you go through that link and you can try Shopify free for 14 days. All you have to do is put in an email address. I made a little mock email address here, shopifyiscool@gmail.com. So let's get started. So they're going to ask what a password is, and I'm just going to create just a random password, and then they're going to ask for the store name. So one thing when you are deciding what to sell, or you're deciding on what you're going to call your store, it's good to think about it a little bit before you jump right in, because you could take one of two options here, and there might be more, but in general, you either want to have a store that sells a lot of things and you don't really have that big of a focus on any one type of product in particular. So that'd be more of a general store like a Walmart or a Target. Or you could go for more of a niche store where you pick one specific industry or one specific niche and you sell items that are directly related to that niche. So for example, you could sell paracord, or you could sell tennis rackets. So it really depends on where you want to go with it. What I would recommend in the beginning is just to start a store that is general. I would recommend a general store because that allows you to test out different products, and then if your first store and your first couple of products you're successful with it, then you might consider taking those same products and putting it into a niche store and kind of building off of that one success. But I would recommend testing out new products in a general store and then moving those products into a niche store once you found the niche that works. And by niche, I mean the type of items that you're going to sell in the market that you're going to hit. So for this, just for an example, let's just say that we want to call our store the discount, let's say the discount central. Oh, it already exists. Okay, so the discount central. Okay, so that's our store name. We're going to create our store, and it says sit tight, we're creating your store. And really, y'all, this is about as simple as it gets. You put in some information. I'm actually going to pause the video at this point and just put in some information, and I'm going to come right back. Okay, so this is the second window that you're going to come to whenever you put in your information. And this is simply Shopify's way of collecting a little bit of data. So they want to know if you're already selling. So right now, we're just playing around. And then they're going to offer you different pieces of advice. Now, if you pick different things, they're going to give you a different, um, different responses. So if you are just playing around, then you could choose that one. You could really choose anything you want. This is just Shopify trying to get some information. So let's say we're still brainstorming ideas on what to sell, and then our business, well, we're just getting started, so we don't really have any sort of revenue yet. And I wouldn't worry too much about this one. This is just if you're building a store for a client. Okay, so let's enter our store. So now we're in our store, and the first thing that we want to do is pick up some useful apps or applications that are going to help us to succeed. Now typically we'd go over to the apps section here, go to the Shopify App Store, and look through tons and tons of apps and try to figure it out. But I've taken the time to pull up 3 apps that I think are crucial to success. Okay, so the first one is Abandonment Protector. Okay, this app is very useful for email marketing campaigns. When somebody goes to your store and puts an item in their cart and proceeds to check out, but then they don't check out, Abandonment Protector will pretty much automate the email recapturing process. So you can set up these email templates that will be sent out to customers with different coupon codes or just an email reminding them to come back. Anything that you can do to get in front of the customer again. I'll be making a video on each one of these apps in time, but this is just a little overview of it. So you're going to want to grab the Abandonment Protector app. You're going to want to grab the Boost Sales. This is actually a beaketing, Beeketing, just beaketing Boost Sales. And what this does is whenever somebody adds something to cart, a product to their cart, then this allows you to upsell them or cross-sell them. I prefer upsells, but you can do either one, and it'll help you turn a sale that would have been $3.99 into a sale that has an almost unlimited amount of potential. So this is going to be very useful for you in um, maximizing your single customer revenue. So your revenue per customer is going to significantly go up by utilizing this service. And the third one, and this one, while it's Oberlo, and while it's not an absolute necessity, this app is going to make your life so much easier. And this is actually what allows you to basically automate this whole process of dropshipping. What Oberlo does is you can go into Aliexpress, which is where we're going to be finding our products, and it allows you to import products directly from Aliexpress, and it makes it so much easier. So instead of having to go into products here and clicking add product and filling out all these different things, and that takes a little while. Instead, with Oberlo, you can simply just click one button and it'll import the item for you. So all 3 of these apps are very useful, and I'm actually going to put links in the description right below the link to download Shopify or to start your own store. I'm going to put these links for these apps, and that's just an easy way for you to get there. So you don't have to go searching through all of Shopify and all the App Store. I'm going to have it there for you, just for ease of access. Okay, so we have our apps. Let's actually download them real quick, just to show you how easy it is. Okay. Alright, so I put in my information, and now Oberlo is asking if I will approve the charge. Now, again, this is important because this has to do with your expenses, but you get 30 days of a free trial period, okay? So you're approving this charge after the 30 days. So don't think that you're having to pay money here at first. You get 30 days for free, and then you're good to go. Again, I'm going to do a more detailed video on each of these apps, but for now, let's just install them. Okay, so we have Oberlo. We're going to install Boost Sales. And again, starting our 15-day trial. Okay. And then we're going to approve again, and it, 15 days free trial period. Okay. And so we're good there, and let's get Abandonment Protector. And oops, okay, so let's see. The Discount Central, got my Shopify.com. Okay, and 21 days free trial period. So the Shopify app is a 2-week or gives a 2-week free trial. So if you notice, those 3 apps that we just downloaded, they were 30 days, 21 days, and another 30 days. So but before the Shopify trial runs out, you'll know whether or not you can justify spending the money on keeping these apps. And that is the beauty of this, is that you basically get to test out a store for free, and there's no downside to it, really. So let's go to our online store, and now we're going to need to pick a theme. Okay, and there's some free themes that we can pick. And let's just say, for now, we want to pick something really simple, a little bit more product focused. Okay, so let's say we want to do adventure. Sorry. So we're going to install it. We have 3 different styles. I happen to like this one, so let's install it. Your theme is not the most important, most crucial part of this, because you can easily change your theme. You can customize it. And for those people that might be a little hesitant to start a store because they don't think that they can build a website, or they don't want to code or anything, this is simply the easiest way to do it. I mean, all you have to do is click here. So, okay, an image with text overlay. Okay, so we're going to do the Discount Central. So we can go to Google, and we can search for, let's say, discount. Okay, and we're going to use some search tools to make sure we have a good labeled for. We want to make sure that the licensing will not get us in trouble. Okay, so we're going to label that for use. Okay, so we're going to just find something that is showing us something about discounts. Okay, so maybe that's not it. Maybe we need to use a different search term. Okay, so let's check like general store, something like this. Okay, so now we're seeing a common theme of little buildings and whatnot, and so you're gonna want to just take a little bit of time on Google and just go find an image. Now, what you can also do is you can go to canva.com, and the beauty of canva.com is you can come here and you can create a design, and you can say, you can say, okay, I want to design for social media, for a certain type of documents, blogging, ebooks, marketing materials, more social media stuff, and you can pick a certain type of um, like graphic that you want to make, and you can put that graphic into the store. And it's really easy. You pick. So let's say we want to pick one that it's a little bit bigger because we want it to be on our entire screen. Okay, so let's just say we're going to do this one. Canva actually gives us some neat backgrounds, and this really takes a lot of the pressure off as far as the goes. So you don't really have to design this picture or figure out all these different technologies, or have any sort of significant skill in graphic design to still have a really nice website. And so you can come here and like if you're going to change this up a little bit, and you can either leave it as the Sailors Club or the Sailor Store or anything like that. So that's just an example, but let's find one for discount. Okay, the discount central. So let's go over here and let's just search through. And again, it's not some of these are paid, and if it's paid, it's about $1 for 24-hour access to it, to the photo itself. So instead of having to go pay a graphic designer money to do this for you, you could just have your own background. And so, if you're having a clearance or something. Okay, so let's just say we want to be a little bit more on the modern side. Okay, so we want to say let's change top one. The discount. Oops. Discount. Central. Okay, and you want to play with your fonts, make sure it looks really nice. I'm actually going to filter it and drop the intensity just a little bit so that it's easier to see this text here. Maybe bring this up just a tad bit. But let's grab the image as a whole. We can just move everything. Okay. Let's move this up a little bit. Okay, nice and lined up. Put this there. Right here. Okay, everything's nice and lined up. Okay, good. So now we're going to download this, and let's do a JPEG. Let's download it. Okay. And we're going to go back to Discount Central. And once we see the little downloaded button right here, okay. So now we're going to show this in Finder. And we're going to want to take this and put it on our desktop. And come back here, upload the image, desktop. Okay. And voila, it's as easy as that. And so now we can get rid of this, we can get rid of this text, and we have our picture. So it really isn't that difficult to get something that looks pretty professional. I'm not saying that this design is any sort of graphic phenomenon here, but it's doable. It's workable, and when you have something like this, like e-commerce and Shopify, you're not trying to be the best right off the bat. I mean, it's going to take a little bit of time to learn, to figure out how to pick good products, get your marketing strategies down, but it's just so easy to start, and the upside of being successful with this, the opportunity is incredible. Okay, so we have our store, but now we need products. So we do have a nice little collection page here, and this is all going to be more useful once we have products. So let's go here, okay, and let's go to Aliexpress. Let's find some products, okay? And so what we're going to do is we're going to find some sort of product, okay? Now, there are different strategies for finding products, but for the sake of this video, I'm just going to go to the bestseller, and let's say that we really want to sell these fleece beanies. Okay, so we're going to go here, and then because we downloaded Oberlo, and there is a Chrome extension, you can see I'm using Chrome. There's a Chrome extension here, where all you have to do is press it, and now the product is imported into our store. Okay, so now we can go back to Discount Central. We can click on our apps. We can click on Oberlo, and we can see that in our import list, there's a product here. Okay, now it took all of the data from here, from this Aliexpress page, and it is now importing this into our store. Okay, so we might want to call this a winter beanie, or a winter face mask. You know, so you're gonna have to get creative with your titles, but you add that to the collection, choose a type, so maybe like winter gear. Okay, these tags are for SEO, for how we're going to be using this shop. For now, we're not going to want to worry about that, but you know, I might do a video later on about the right tags that we need to choose, but let's go into the description. Okay, so Scully beanie, it's not really necessary. Okay, we can get rid of anything that's not necessary. Let's keep the brand name in, just because it's not our product. We didn't create it, we're just selling it. Okay, we want to keep the material. We want to make sure it looks really professional, so we'll add spaces where we need to. Okay, and so in this section now, we might want to take some time to write up a little product description. So the product description, and this is just an example. You know, you're going to want to get creative with your own product descriptions, and this is a way for you to stand out from your competition. But you might say something to the effect of a warm, comfortable face mask for the winter. Never have cold ears again. With this cotton and polyester mask, not only will you keep out the cold, but you will look awesome at the same time. Okay, nothing too big here. And then you might want to put something about like the shipping time, estimated shipping time, and here is actually, you know, when I'm recommending to put the estimated shipping time here, this actually differs based on your philosophy. So this is kind of up for debate in the Shopify world, whether you put your shipping time in the product description or put it sometime in your terms of service, or try to dig it, bury it deep down into all your privacy policies and whatnot. I think it's best to be upfront with the customer and just tell them, okay, Aliexpress is saying that when we send it to the United States, one really important thing, we got to use ePacket because that allows us to track our packet, okay, our product. So with ePacket, it's going to take about 12 to 20 days. Okay, so let's just tell the customer that 12 to 20 days. And that way the customer can't come back and say, well, you didn't tell me about the shipping time, it hasn't arrived, because you're upfront with them and you let them know exactly how long it was going to take. So then we're going to move to our variants. And this is a really cool feature because Shopify and Oberlo together are recognizing that just because you have one product doesn't mean that it's going to be the only color or the only size. So by having different variants available, Shopify is giving you a chance to reach out to more people, because some people might really like this hat in black. Some people might really like this face mask in dark gray. It really depends on who your customer base is. So there's no picture for blue, so we'll uncheck that one, and we want to keep our prices pretty concrete. We want to keep them consistent with each other, but we also want to make sure that we're making money off this. So when there's not a deal, this sells for $7.04 a piece. So that's $7.04 plus $1.56 for ePacket. So that's roughly $8.60. So let's put our price for something over $8.60. Now we have to keep in mind that we also have to use marketing. We have to cover all of our expenses. So we could probably sell this item to the right niche in the right market for, I don't know, $15.99, maybe $16.99, whatever it is. We want to make sure that we're able to cover all of our margins with our pricing. Now, I'm not a pricing expert, but it would definitely help to maybe pick up some resources, pick up a book, or watch some videos about different pricing strategies, just so you can become a little bit more familiar with that. Now, this compared at price, this is a price that will show on your Shopify site. It will show as a little crossed out number, and this will be the regular price. So this is like, this is what it was, and this is what it is now. So you might want to say something like, it was $20, but we're going to mark it down for you to $15.99. So just give some value. And so then we want to pick our images. Now, these images are extremely important. You want to make sure that you do not scare off your customers with these images. Okay, so we only want images that show the exact product. Okay, now different sides of the product, that's a really good idea. We want to give our customers as much information as possible, but we don't want to do it to the point where they don't trust our store anymore, because one of the biggest parts of being successful with e-commerce is making customers feel like they can trust the store. So if they see something about a different product that's just completely unrelated, a picture of that, then they might be a little confused. They might not understand why, and so it just doesn't make sense to put pictures that aren't of that exact product on there. So what I'm getting at is, it's important to choose the pictures on our product page very deliberately. We want to make sure we have good pictures, because that'll give our customers a lot of confidence what we're doing. So once we do all that, we push this item to shop, okay, and we can go back to our Shopify store, and we have a product. And if we go check out what our store looks like, we'll see that it shows up, and it looks really good. So now we understand how we can import a product really easily. So now that we have a product, it's time to start sending some traffic there. Okay, so what we want to do is come up with a marketing strategy. Now, everybody's marketing strategy is a little bit different. Nobody really does the same thing. Nobody really markets the same way, and everybody has their own strategy to it. But what I like to do is I like to use Facebook to send very highly targeted traffic to my Shopify product page. So for example, I would send traffic, and by traffic I mean people. I would send visitors to this site who liked skiing, or who they live in cold places and they need some sort of face mask like this. So, the beauty of using Facebook is that you can target people based on their interests. And you can say, or you can listen to your customers, and you can target a group of people who are more likely to buy your product because you already know. So if they like a certain brand that's associated with winter gear, they might also like your products. I'm going to do a follow-up video talking about the actual targeting, but as you can see, in not that very long of a time, less than an hour, we've gone from not having a store, just having an email address, to building our own store. And if somebody goes to the store and clicks add to cart and clicks checkout now and pays, they're gonna pay you money. I mean, they're gonna get charged, and that money's gonna go into your pocket. And so the beauty of this is you get a purchase order, okay, and then through Oberlo, it'll say orders here, and you can click fulfill order, and it'll take you back to Aliexpress, and it'll add it to the cart, and it'll do this automatically, and it will put in all of the correct shipping information, and all of the correct name and address and zip code and area code and all that stuff of the customer. So you don't have to touch the product. The customer buys the product from you, and then you turn around and buy the product from the supplier, and you have the supplier send it straight to the customer. Hey everybody, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope I've provided some sort of value to you. Shopify is a great opportunity to make passive income. I mean, you saw how easy it was. Whenever you get an order, first of all, the customer buys it from you, and then you buy it from your supplier. So it costs no money to you to do this, especially if you do the free trials like I talked about in the video. And again, the links are below. But the only cost to you is marketing. And after a while, once you get better and better with your Facebook marketing or Instagram marketing or however else you choose to do your marketing, then this system truly can become passive income. The only thing that you have to do is fulfill the orders, and once you start making enough orders, you can hire an assistant to do that for you. And all you have to do is pick products, or you can even train somebody to do that too. So it truly is passive income, and it does not take some sort of expert to get started. But I would love to hear from you. So if you have any questions or comments or anything really, uh, leave a comment below and let me know what you think. Thanks a lot.